Good morning, precious people, or good afternoon, as the case may be. My name is Victor Ngariwarwe. I'm an aspiring candidate for Mokore Ward as an MCA. And today being the 7th, should be the 7th of December, 2025, we have more than about a year and a half before we reach the general elections. So one of the responsibilities I have, or I think I should do, is train our voters on the relevance or importance of elections, the institution called elections. I'm doing that from a mandate that I used to have. Most of you have always heard me say that at some point in my life's career, I was the Deputy Registration Officer, Molo constituency with IEBC. And here is a certificate to show that. And I decided to use this, first of all. Huwezi kuwa unafundisha kitu kama ujui. I always tell people, you have to have something to give. So one of the things I'm supposed to give is that knowledge about voter education. So I was checking this document from behind. One of my responsibilities was point I, mobilization of voter registration in liaison with local leaders. So at some point I did a lot of that. And we are talking about Molo constituency, twice the size of Kirinyaga. And I did it well. When I decide to do something, I do it well. I think at some point, my constituency that time was number 2 overall after Nairobi in the level of improvement and performance. Now, Award is a comparatively smaller place, and I would like to perfect it even more. More so, I know this video will go to as many people as possible. Itaendea watu wengi. Na hao ambao watasikiza pia itawasaidia. Because I don't know what's happening. By now, the institution called IEBC should have started already teaching voters, voter education. Why it's not happening, I don't know. But we also have a mandate because we are called stakeholders. Anybody who is vying for any seat is a stakeholder. As I've always said, the chief is a stakeholder. The police are stakeholders. The people who are vying for the different seats are all stakeholders. The people who surround the institution called voting are all stakeholders. So, I being one, I think it is my personal responsibility to make sure that our people get to know what needs to be done. Now, let's jump into that. I always teach, I have 2 approaches to voter education. There are 2 that I know of. 2 approaches to voter education. The first one is called the biblical approach to voter education. The biblical approach to voter education insists, by the way, even the Constitution came from the Bible, if you guys didn't know. So the biblical approach is where you need to understand voting from a Bible's point of view. Anybody else can use any other book, but personally I've chosen the Bible. 2 that keep me running. The first one is the Bible, the biblical approach, and the second one is the constitutional approach. There are 2 that I'm going to use. Anybody else can use any other system. But personally, if you ever want to survive in this world, there are only 2 books that should be important to you. The first one is the Bible, because it's the manual to life. And the second one is the Constitution. Why I'm vying for this seat is because we have adulterated the Constitution to the point that at this time round, the country is all over borrowing money. There's a lot of embezzlement of funds, money that should have reached the people.